Hey guys, this is Subject Matter, and I just want to make a quick video about the Microsoft Xbox One E3 event. Now, for any gamer, this E3 is one of the biggest one of the biggest events of the year, and this one in particular is pretty big because they're talking about next-gen consoles. That's pretty big to gamers, because next-gen consoles are when things change and new games come out. I mean, that's usually what happens during every E3, but everything is amped up. Graphics, gameplay, story, characters, dialogue, the whole package. But do not let that make you think that there are never ever going to be bad games again, because there will always be bad games. There will always be bad game systems, although then again they have kind of toned down since, only Wii, Xbox, and PlayStation have been the top three contenders. The Wii U, it's nothing new. Xbox One, too much stuff on the TV, needs more stuff on the actual games. PlayStation, perfect mix. Less on TV. I mean, there isn't any TV at all. I mean, there's the apps of Netflix, Hulu, but every game console has had that, and it's not affected the games in any way. And then there's the actual games, which the exclusives for the PlayStation 4 look amazing. But that all changed today. When I watched the reveal event for the second event for Xbox One, the E3 events, they opened with a fifth Metal Gear Solid game, which I guess is a reboot, because the last time I checked, Solid Snake was old, and Raiden was the series' main protagonist now, and I hope they make more games with him, because that game is so good. Got rid of the overcomplicated plots and replaced a good plot that you could follow, and it just had awesome combat, the bosses were great, each unique in their own way. That Konami, you are Platinum Studios, you guys are the best ever of all time. So yeah. So I saw that the graphics look great. Although the graphics look great. Kiefer Sutherland is Solid Snake. If you're a 24 fan, I was just, holy, this is Snake? And I think it's a reboot, but then again, even reboots have gotten to the gaming industry. Movies, can't you contain stuff better than that? No, don't answer that question. So yeah. Metal Gear Solid 5 looks awesome. That might be one of the... No, it's not exclusive, so I can go ahead and get it for PS4. Hee. And then, what else? There's Dead Rising 3, which looked awesome. The Witcher 3 looked awesome. Halo 5, that one game may be the cause of me buying an Xbox One. Although I do wish they would change the Chief's suit, because, well, it looks a bit clunky, and I don't really like clunky things. I mean, I like things that have big size, but are still just nice and comfortable and able to move around in, and yeah, I mean, like the suits from Halo 2 and 3. Those suits were awesome. I wish they kept those suits, or at least had it consistent, where Chief was woken up by Cortana in that suit, and then went to Infinity and got new suits. I really do wish they were consistent. I mean, 343... Was that really so hard to be consistent? Really? Anyway, so off that, Watch Dogs look good. World of Tanks... I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people buying that because there could be a lot of people who buy that who never played it on the PC, but then again, it didn't really interest me. I mean, it looked fun and all, but just because it looks fun doesn't mean it interests you at all. So, and that, and, what else? What else? What else did they talk about that I was interested in? That's basically it. Yeah, although there are a couple of things that I wish that they had done and that they didn't do. Oh, they're making another Deus Ex. Yee! Deus Ex. Yay. Hopefully it won't be like the second Deus Ex and more like the third Deus Ex Human Revolution. That game was awesome. It was. You could do stuff. It was linear, yet not that linear. You could do stuff. Yay! So anyway, after that, all that randomness, Watch Dogs looks amazing. That game is a must-own. I'm rating it right now. It is a must-own. Actually, no, do not list it to me. Never judge a game by the pretty CG trailers. That could be very bad business. And, well, that's just about it for games that interested me. Maybe there aren't as many games as I thought that would give me to buy. But then again, Halo 5 could be the one thing that makes me buy an Xbox One. One of the things, there was also something else that kind of scratched my head. Why, if their new console is coming out in November, which I'm pretty sure it's about $500. Why would you release a new Xbox 360 console now and between then? I mean, I can understand that they're just trying to raise as much money. It's like, hey, I mean, what else is a corporation's goal? We must have every cent we can find for power. Ha ha ha. So yeah, but I mean, I'm telling this to you as the consumer. If you're saving up for Xbox One, don't get the Xbox 363. Hopefully they won't release an Xbox 364 with a bundle with the Xbox One. It can do everything the Xbox One can, except it's merely just for games. Ooh, that'd be awesome if they had an Xbox One that was just for games. That would be awesome. Actually, I think if they do that, then I'm going to get Xbox 364, because if it just focuses on games, I'm fantasizing. I need to stop. So anyway, yeah, so that's basically it. And another thing that annoyed me, they didn't talk about all the important issues, like if it's backwards compatible, if it has a DRM, or DMR, yeah, DMR, if the 1 hour offline thing. Just because this game has a lot of pretty exclusives doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a good console. I mean, yeah, sure, all a TV and game console and movie player, all in a Blu-ray player, all in one. If you're not a hardcore, at a hardcore and a gamer's perspective, I think more focus on the games, not the TV and Blu-ray player and stuff. From a just casual consumer standpoint, well, that's actually a pretty good deal. I mean, you get a Blu-ray, you get something that you could switch to TV, and you could also get games. But then again, that's just me. That's just a casual side of me saying, well, that ain't half bad. But still, I think that the gamer part of me says, no, more games, less TV and Blu-ray. Yeah, and that is that was directly ripped out from PlayStation's book. And another thing that they're ripping out from PlayStation's book is the first-person driving game. Microsoft game developers in general, stop making these racing games out to be this new revolutionary driving game where you get to drive nice cars and the AI is smart and it's all high graphics. Look, if you're going to make something new, impress me. Actually do something that's different. That new racing game, that is directly from PlayStation's, because Drive Club, they're doing the exact same thing about the fancy graphics and the first-person driving. I like that they're finally going first-person and not just where you're looking at out of the nose of the car, where you're actually in the driver's seat. I think that's actually pretty cool. But other than that, come up with something new. Have it where that's one of the optional things you can do. Have a story mode. I know story mode in a racing game. Has that ever been done? Anyway, I digress to something else that I know more about. Yeah, so that's basically it. I really do think that Microsoft has pulled itself up, but it has not gotten out of the ditch. If they had addressed the issues that everybody's upset about, then that would have gotten them out of the ditch. The awesome games have only gotten them out of there halfway. If they fix the thing about the 1 hour online and just actually have it where all that TV and movie stuff, I wouldn't mind that TV and movie components if it were optional. Like you could have separate, like you could have different bundles, like you could have the Blu-ray and the game console, or you could have you can have the game console and the TV, or you could just have the TV and the Blu-ray player, or just get rid of the TV and Blu-ray player all the same and just have it with games. I think that would probably help Microsoft get out of the ditch. If they made it optional for all those TV and Blu-ray stuff. Well, then again, that would be kind of hard. Hey, or they could just release separate consoles. If you're a family man, you think, oh, this would be the perfect Christmas present, or birthday present, however you want to look at it. This would be the perfect Christmas present for my family, because we can get rid of the room-consuming Blu-ray and the room-consuming game console, and just have one in both. Yeah, if you're just somebody casual like that, then yeah, that's a perfect gift. But if you're a gamer and you are faithful, then that would be Microsoft. That would get you out of the ditch if you had it where it was just separate. If you could buy separate bundles, bundled like the Xbox and Xbox 360 and the Kinect. Do a bundle like that. Have it a bundle like Xbox One with the Kinect, Xbox One with the Kinect, Blu-ray and the Blu-ray, Xbox One with the Kinect, TV services and Blu-ray. Yeah, Microsoft, that would help you so much. But no, you're just gonna force it upon us, and you're gonna need a lot more than fancy games, Microsoft. You showed off some great games. We're happy, but that doesn't get you out of the woods. And PlayStation isn't necessarily out of the woods of this subject either. They're still under the radar. Actually, no, they're pretty safe with the Gaikai thing where you can play old games. Well, it'd be awesome if they would have all the games spanning from all the PlayStations, and you could play them. Yeah, backwards compatible all the way to the first PlayStation. That would be awesome if you did that. Well, enough ranting and raving.